Hello and welcome back. In this video, I will be going over the perfect content structure that you should be using for your money pages. You see, to be able to write content that actually converts, you need to know how to structure that content correctly. And this is exactly what I'll be running through in this one. So the page structure I'll be running you through is the same structure that I use on all of my affiliate websites, and it's pretty much the same template that some of the best affiliate sites out there are using. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Part 1 of your content structure should be your article introduction. The article introduction is very important as it will decide the behavior of the visitor. A visitor will either stick and continue reading the rest of your content, or they will literally hit the back button of the browser just after reading your first sentence and go and find another website. So you really want to make sure you spend enough time crafting a solid introduction. And I've got 2 tips you can use to avoid this from happening. And the first is to keep your introduction less than 150 words. What I see all the time on so many affiliate websites out there, they will literally have 500 words as part of the article introduction, and all that results in is actually boring the reader. Remember, on these affiliate money pages, we are targeting keywords that have high buyer intent. So these people are already looking to purchase a product. They don't need that much convincing or educating on the history of the product. They just need to know which is the best product for them so they can make an educated decision. So if you keep your introduction short, sweet and concise, you're going to drastically reduce the chances of that user bouncing back to the Google search results. The second tip I recommend is to use what I call an intro strategy. The first intro strategy you could use is to use statistics. Using statistics is really effective as what it does is, number 1, it actually educates the reader, and number 2, it proves you are knowledgeable in this specific topic. So to give you an example, if we were using the same niche of table saws, we could go for a statistic such as, did you know that the estimated population of all table saws on the market in the US is 14 million? And just like that, we've automatically grabbed the reader's attention and they're less likely to hit the back button and go back to Google. The second intro strategy you could use is to be entertaining. Now, I don't mean literally tell that person a joke, but you need to sound human-like here and try and relate to the reader. So here you could say something like, tell me if this sounds familiar. It's Monday morning and you've just began your shift in the cabinet shop. You've taken your board over to the table saw only to find out it's as sharp as a piece of cotton wool. This strategy works very well as it just sounds like a human wrote it, which of course is what we want to achieve with our affiliate content, and it's very relatable as well. The third and final intro strategy you could use is to use fear. Now, this kind of relates to any type of scarcity marketing, but applying this to the table saw niche again, you could say something such as, choosing the right table saw can mean the difference between life and death, literally. So those are the 3 different intro strategies you can use. They all work incredibly well. My personal favorite is be entertaining. The data that I have across my affiliate websites show me that be entertaining works the best, although this is going to vary depending on what niche you are targeting. So I recommend you test all 3 different intro strategies and measure how well they are performing by viewing the data in your analytics account. Straight after your article introduction, you want to go into a comparison table, and this is because a lot of people will be super busy and they won't have the time to read your complete article. They'll be skimming through it to find the key points of information to help them make an educated buying decision. And having a comparison table right at the top, well, it makes it really easy for them to find out all the information that they need, click your links, and then go over and purchase one of those products. What's actually interesting is the majority of clicks from my affiliate websites are actually all coming from my comparison tables. So you definitely do not want to be skipping this part out. You can see in the image I have here on the screen, you've got the price listed here, like $600, almost $900. You don't want to actually mention the price. You want to actually have a button here that says check price or click now to see the price. I'll actually go through a template I use for tables later on in the course. What I'll actually do is I'll include a link to the code that I use for my own comparison tables on my affiliate sites. You can then copy that code, paste it onto your website, and simply just change out the details and the links to suit your product and niche. After your comparison table, you then want to dive into the detailed reviews, and this is pretty much the part of the content which contains all of your information and substance on what each product is good for. To help illustrate what I'm actually trying to get across in this part, I've created this cool little graphic which walks you through exactly how you should be structuring your detailed reviews. The first part of your detailed review is going to be the title of the product you are actually reviewing. Now, a really cool tip about this, well, two cool tips, is number one, you want to specify what this particular product is good for. Again, this is going to help people who are skimming the article and looking for specific products. For example, let's imagine you have product 1 review and it's the best for beginners. You would literally put best for beginners in your title as well. Another cool tip is to make sure that the title is clickable as well. You only want to make the product name clickable as that is what is relevant and what it is linking to, but pretty much that is also a very good way to generate lots of clicks to your affiliate site. Below your title, you then have the actual product review with, of course, an image to the product you are reviewing. You also want to make sure your product image is a clickable image and linked to the product you are promoting, as that's another great way to generate lots of affiliate clicks. It's very important that in your product review, you also explain what is wrong with the product. If you're just praising the product non-stop, saying it's good for this, it's so good, it's amazing, then people are not going to believe what you are saying. It's really important that you also highlight the negatives, as that's also going to help you build trust with the user. And what does trust lead to? It leads to more people clicking your links, more conversions, and more affiliate revenue. When it comes to your product reviews, if you are struggling to find information or get an idea on what you are saying, then what you can actually do is go over to Amazon or the landing page for the product you are trying to review. Then simply click the ratings, which will take you down to the reviews, and you can literally see what people are saying about this product. These are people who have purchased the product, so these are literally as raw as you can get when it comes to product reviews. People are telling you exactly what they like and what they don't like about the product. Make sure you check all review ratings as well. Don't just look at 5 stars. It's also very good to look at the 1 stars as well, as that will give you an indication on what is letting the product down. This is literally a gold mine when it comes to writing product reviews. Once you've written the actual product review, you then want to go over both the pros and the cons of the product. Again, just make it as easy as possible for people who are skimming through the article. And it's also good to provide a summary on that product so people have a clear understanding on if the product is good for them or not. And finally, you want to wrap up your detailed review with a big call to action, a CTA at the bottom, saying something along the lines of check price. It's very important you don't actually mention the price of the product, as number one, product prices change all the time, especially on Amazon, and you don't want to get caught out. But more importantly is you don't want to reveal the price to the user. You want them to click, go to Amazon and actually find out for themselves, as even if that person ends up buying something else of Amazon and not your table saw, maybe they purchased some nappies for their baby, whatever, you will also get rewarded for a commission from that product as well. Remember, the main goal is to generate as many clicks to Amazon as possible. Once you've written all your detailed product reviews, part 4 is going to be a buyer's guide. A buyer's guide is pretty much a summary of all the key points that you should look out for when buying one of these products. You could also view a buyer's guide as your top tips section. For example, if you're promoting table saws again, you could say check the blade guard, make sure the safety rating's good, the build quality of the table saw. You just need to guide the buyer to make sure they make the right decision. Last but not least, we have section 5, which is going to be our related articles. And pretty much all you want to do here is link to other relevant articles on your website. The reason why you want to do this is linking to related articles is actually called internal linking, and it's a very important part of SEO, which you'll learn in the on-page section of the course. But in a nutshell, having a section for related articles at the bottom of your content helps your other pages rank higher in Google. There you have it. That is the perfect content structure for your money pages. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.